Welcome to Chord Lab, experiment number 1. If this were 6 months ago, I guess this would have been slightly unusual, but now with the pandemic, everywhere you go, people are wearing masks. Today in the Chord Lab, we're going to take an E major triad, B, E, and G sharp, or you can play it here, and we're going to put different bass notes under it and see what type of chords, sounds we can get, and see if the tonal centers will shift for us and experiment a little bit. Right up front, I will tell you that there are many different ways to analyze and utilize some of these chords. So this is just my take on it, and you can have fun and experiment yourself. To help me out today, I'm going to be using a sustain pedal to keep some of the sounds going underneath so you can hear a little better with the various tonalities we'll experiment with. And it's called the Plus pedal by Gamechanger Audio, and I'll do a quickie demo for you. If we had, for example, take that E and put a B under it. We'll talk about this in a minute, but for purposes of demo, we can hold both of those sounds and add to it. So it's a pretty cool pedal. It's a little pricey, but it's worth experimenting with. To kill that sustain, you tap again. And the pedal also has parameters that you can set to create various effects to blend your sounds. It's got a sustain, a tail on the sustain, and then a rise level, and then a blend knob. And it can also be coupled with a separate foot switch to use it as a wet-only device, which is great for atmospheric swells and pads. Let's start with the most obvious. Take your E triad, plant an E underneath it, and you've got a basic E major tonality. Okay, no surprise there. Let's move up a little bit, go from the E to an F. All right. Now, what you could have there is a C sharp 7 sharp 9, good old Hendrix chord, except in this case we're going to call that the F, or the E sharp, I guess you could say, is the third of the C sharp chord. So that type of a chord situation is going to support a nice dominant sound. Let's go up to the F sharp. Now you've got a little bit of a different situation. Down there if you want. And now we've got an F sharp dominant type of a tonality. It's a form of an F sharp sus chord. All right, we've beat that one up. All right, let's move up to a G in the bass. And this is really a pretty cool chord. Sometimes you might see that voiced for a G 13 with a flat 9 in it. in context, that chord could work nicely as a 5 chord in the key of C. So if you have a 2, then the G, resolving to the C. So then if you move up to a G sharp under the E, you have an E major in its first inversion. So it E/G sharp. That's not gonna work. This is test number 2. All right, that's pretty dissonant. Dissonance makes the world go round. A little bit of dissonance.